Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Dreams. We are going to do something different today. Instead of the normal experiential learning that we do, we are going to do some specific learning today. We will get back to the experiential learning about life in general, about values, principles, purpose next week. But before we begin the specific learning, let me give you a little bit of background about it. You see, in the course of my career, in the course of my work, I do a lot of personal and professional coaching, and with individuals or with groups collectively. Now, lately I've been doing coaching on English language, in communicating in English. And when I do that, I cover four aspects. I cover English grammar, grammatical usage of the language, spellings when you're, especially when you're doing written communication, spelling of English words, difficult English words, pronunciation of certain words, and vocabulary in general. Now, what I've found through my life while communicating and engaging with people is that this is not a rare occurrence, a problem with speaking and knowing and understanding the English language. It is not a rare occurrence. It's quite common because, you see, English is a complex language compared to other languages. To learn, to grasp, to master, it is difficult. So quite a few people do have, and I'm talking globally, have problems in being able to communicate effectively using English. And the four aspects that I spoke about are the ones which really matter. So one is English grammar. There are certain complicated rules which need to be followed to say it right. Then there's 2 and 3. There is spellings and pronunciation. There are certain words which are difficult to really understand and reason with why they are spelled in a specific way, why they are pronounced in a specific way. So that's 2 and 3, spellings and pronunciations. Then there is vocabulary. Certain people do have a deficiency in that they do not know enough words, and it is a big dictionary. They do not know enough words. They don't have a strong enough vocabulary. So these are the 4 things that I address. Now, as I was doing this during one of my sessions with one of my coaches, she happened to say to me that it is really a pity that more people do not get to experience what I'm doing with her, because I have a unique way of doing trainings and coaching. So she thought that, it would be so much better if I were to be able to reach out to more people. And I thought, it happened a few days ago, and I thought about it yesterday, and I thought that this here is an opportunity for me to use my channel, to use Phoenix Dreams, to really make an impact to people, to help them grasp the language better, say it better, communicate better in English. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And what this will be once a week sessions. We'll also we'll give it a name. It will be a branch of Phoenix Dreams. We will call it SpeakWrite with Sid, write with a W. So the duality of the English language comes in there. So SpeakWrite with Sid. This will be on every Saturday with small snippets, some quirky things of the English language which will help you, which will aid you. We'll also throw in a bit of general knowledge at times as well. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. And Ketura, thank you very much. This was your original idea, so I really appreciate that. So let's get on with it. Right, so let's get started with SpeakWrite with Sid. Today what we're going to do is we're going to discuss or talk about animal sounds, the words used in the English language to describe what is a call of a specific animal known as. Now, the reason I came up with this is during one of my recent coaching sessions on English language. We were discussing a list of verbs and their various usages in various tenses. So, on that list, there was a word to crow. So one of my coaches was a bit confused. Now the crow is a bird, so that's a noun. How can it be a verb? What do you mean by the word to crow? Now this is where the animal sounds come in, because the action of crowing, to crow, is a verb. It is actually the sound made by an animal. Now before we understand what to crow means, let's talk about animal sounds in general. Now to really understand why animal sounds are called what they are, understand what is language. Language, as human beings evolved, their language evolved. When human beings understood the use of their vocal cords, they found that they can create sounds, they can make noises. They discovered new sounds. They grouped together different sounds to make words, which they found made it easier for them to communicate with each other. And as time went on, more and more words developed and different vocabularies of different languages were developed. Now for the English language and with a lot of others, animal sounds were described using how they sound like really to the ears. So that is why a cat meows, a dog barks, a lion roars, a goat bleats, a horse neighs, a sheep baas. So what it sounds like is what it was called. So now if you think about a crow, and I talk about the sound a crow makes, I'm sure all of you know that a crow says cow, 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 cow. So what does a crow do? A crow cows, C-A-W-S. So if a crow cows, then who crows? Which animal is given the action word of crowing? Now the answer to that lies in all those places which do not have an alarm clock. Every morning people wake up at the same time because of one animal. That is the rooster, the male hen. Because every morning whenever the sun rises, the rooster makes its call, which is also known as Cock-A-Doodle-Doo, and everyone gets up. Now, it is this rooster which is attributed to this sound of crowing. So, the Cock-A-Doodle-Doo sound that the rooster makes is what is known as crowing. So, if a crow cows, it is the rooster who crows. So, that was something which not many people are aware of, and I thought I should bring to your notice with the animal sounds. And that's all I'm going to talk about. Just two bits of information that I would want you to really take time out and look for. You can search for YouTube for that. And that is the specific call of two animals. One is a peacock and the other is a hyena. Now, the peacock is said to scream. And that's what it actually does. Literally, if you hear it, you'll find that the sound made by the peacock is a loud, wide, long meow. So it actually screams. And the second one is quite funny, because the hyena, the sound made by the hyena is termed as a hyena laughs. And there is a specific clear-cut reason for it, which you'll find out when you listen to it. It actually sounds like a woman giggling, a female giggling, and that's why aptly it is said that a hyena laughs. Right, so that's all I have for you. I'll be back next Saturday with SpeakWrite with Sid. Phoenix Dreams will continue next week with its experiential learning as well. As usual, if you like what you see, please like, share and subscribe. See you around. Thank you very much.